let's talk workplace ergonomics. So we've all heard that word ergonomics, but what does it really mean? So really it has to do with how your workstation is set up and how it affects your body. Okay, so we're going to use Holly here as our nice little demonstrator. So you can see her chair may be a little too low for this desk space. So we're going to go ahead and bring that up for me. Smooth. So the key to this is you want your knees bent about 90 degrees. You don't want anything too much more bent than that, because that's going to create a lot of decreased circulation and make it very uncomfortable for you. The other thing is we want to make sure that your feet sit flat on the floor. If your feet are dangling, if you're a little too short for your workstation, consider a footstool or a box, something to support your feet while you are sitting. Next thing we're going to look at is the keyboard here. So when she reaches her arms out, they're almost fully extended there. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to pull that keyboard in, and there we go. We want those elbows a little bit less than 90 degrees bent there. So that makes that nice and comfortable. The other thing, if she goes ahead and reaches for her mouse, we can see it's nice and far away. People who work at a desk a lot, we see a lot of upper rib and shoulder issues, and a lot of that we think comes from reaching for that mouse. So we're actually going to pull that mouse nice and close to the edge of the desk, so even closer than your keyboard. And that gives you a much more comfortable, relaxed position in the shoulder. The next thing we want to address is the computer monitor. So you can see she's straining a little bit to get a good look at that monitor. So we're actually going to raise that up. And so we're going to take the CPU of the computer itself, and we're going to raise the monitor here. Good. And so that makes a much more comfortable level for her. So we want her eye level to be just a little bit above a neutral level, and that's going to alleviate a lot of that stress on the neck there. So take a look around. Everything might look a little bit different, but it's going to help us give her a more comfortable workstation. Now, a lot of complaints that I hear is, yeah, but I need my desk to do my paperwork. That's fine. Keyboards are great. They move, and they can move right back. So if you need that workspace, absolutely utilize it, but move your keyboard closer to you when you're doing that kind of work. So very common question we get is, what about a standing desk? So we are a big advocate of standing desks here in our office. And the reason is it gives you the option to stand and to move around a little bit more. So typically what we do recommend is a standing desk converter, meaning it's not always standing, but you have the option to sit or stand. And you can see here we have a nice affordable option. So here we have a desktop standing converter. And so you can see there's little levers on the side here which allow the desk to come up and down to your desired height. So great option. In our situation, we are in a pretty limited space. The desktop is fixed there. And so this works great as a seated option. And then when I'm ready to stand, I can come up and actually bring it up to a really comfortable level for myself. And I can work here, nice and comfortable. It keeps my keyboard close and my mouse close. And when I'm ready, I can bring it back down and I can go back to a seated position.